So I'm 22 years old and I consistently close deals for over $160,000 per month by working with your favorite influencers, the guys that you follow on Instagram and YouTube. I work for those guys, make them a lot of money, and in return, make big commissions for myself. And I've built a life of complete freedom where I can travel wherever I want, make multiple six figures doing so. And in this video, I want to walk through exactly how I got to this point, exactly what I did, so you can actually take action on the same stuff and take advantage of this industry that I've been working in now for the last 2 years. Make a lot of money for yourself by working for these online influencers and taking advantage of this growing industry that is out there right now. Because this is a big opportunity that most people don't even know about. The fact that you can work with influencers and take advantage of the fact that their business are growing, Because you probably see these people online, you probably see these influencers online that are making all this money, driving the Lambos, on the yachts and all that stuff. But what you probably don't know is that you can make money and take advantage of the fact that they're making a lot of money. And I'll explain to you what I mean by this. But first, I need to give a bit of a backstory here, because I used to be the guy about 3 years ago, I was looking for these ways to make money online. I was living with my parents, had $500 to my name 3 years ago, and I ran 4 different businesses. I did SMA, I did dropshipping, I did copywriting, I did trading, all these different things. And I was stuck with that for a long time. And I was seeing these people online that were making all this money. And I was wondering why is it that some people are making a shit ton of money promoting these businesses, but in reality, they're actually selling something else. They're not actually doing the business that they're actually promoting. You see these copywriting guys or these SMA guys like Iman and other people online that are making all this money and they have these crazy lifestyles. But what they're doing and their main focus is actually not the business that they're promoting. They're selling a course or a coaching program or a mentorship, and that's how they make the big bucks. They're selling these high ticket, usually pretty expensive coaching programs from 2K up to 10, 15K in some cases, teaching people how to do the business that they used to do. And I used to be the person who was trying to buy these programs, trying to get into this industry and trying to learn from these people. Or I was just looking for what's going to be the hot next business model that I can get into to make 10K a month. That was my mindset 3 years ago. And that's why I tried all these different things, and I was stuck, couldn't figure it out, didn't know what I was going to do. And I was sitting in my parents' house. My biggest goal was just getting out of there, be able to start traveling and go to different places, go to South America and Brazil, where I'm at right now, and things like that. But I didn't know how I was gonna get there, because I was just failing business model after business model. I was investing into all these different mentorships, couldn't figure it out, it was really complex, struggling and things like that. And then eventually what happened is I hopped on a call to join another one of these mentorships, And I was talking with this guy that was basically selling for that business owner. There was basically a program of how to start your own marketing agency, and how to grow agency. And I was talking with this guy and I realized because I was talking with him and I was what are you doing? Are you running your own agency, or what do you do? I was asking the sales guy what he was doing, And we got into that, we kind of got a bit off track, and he started telling me the fact that he's making over 30K per month and he's just taking sales calls and he's doing the sales part of the business. And that just made me realize this guy, he's making all this money, he's not running his own business. He doesn't have to go through all the stress and overwhelm and the complexity of trying to run a business at 21 years old and 20 years old. And he's still making all this money, living this life of freedom. The guy was out in Colombia at the time when I was speaking with him, And I was okay, what if I could just do this, Because I like taking the sales calls. I like the sales part of the business. I did not like the fulfillment of the agency and having to deal with clients and having to run ads and copywriting and doing all these different things. I just liked selling, just getting clients through the door. And that's what I realized with that guy was basically just doing the thing that I like doing and just eliminating all the stuff that I did not want to do, So I got super intrigued by it, started talking with the guy. Eventually I got mentorship by him and got mentored and learned how to actually get into it. And basically what it is, the industry that he was working in is super simple. You just find a business owner, someone that's one of these big influencers, people that you follow online, people like Iman Gadzi, people like Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, and all these big influencers, Alex Hormozi. Find one of those that you resonate with, and they basically just go and take their sales calls for them. They sell expensive, high-ticket programs. They need someone who can take calls for them, someone who can talk to potential customers, answer people's questions, things like that. Think about it for yourself. When you go online on Instagram and YouTube, you see people that have all these ads for courses in dropshipping, in SMA, whatever it is. When you click on the ad and you put in your information, someone's going to call you and just answer your questions before you actually buy the program. That's basically what you do when you're a remote sales rep. That's what I've been doing now for the last 3 years. So basically just take calls for business owners, answer people's questions. If they have some objections, I can overcome them. And then I basically just close the deal for the business owner. That's it. You do it from anywhere, you do it from your laptop, you work like 4 to 6 hours per day, usually it's pretty common. And obviously, like, don't get me wrong here, it's not like get rich quick, I'm not gonna try and like portray this like this is like some super easy thing where you just like talk with people and just make like 100K per month. That's not what it is at all. You need to actually be good. You need to like have the skill set, know what you're doing and things like that. But if you can get to that point, if you can learn the skill, it's very, very simple. It's a very, very like easy path relative to other things to get to 10K per month, 100%. And I truly believe this is the fastest path for anyone to get to 10K per month. And the reason behind that is because you're not having to start your own business. You don't have to go through the process of like learning 10 different skills of like sales, and booking appointments, closing appointments, objection handling, copywriting, and media buying, like all these different skills that's required with pretty much all other businesses out there. With this, you only focus on one single skill and you only need one client to make 10K a month doing it. And that's like the kind of the peace of mind that you get from doing this. And that's why I love remote sales, because with this, like when you wake up in the morning, like when I was getting into this industry, the only thing that I literally had to do to succeed in it is like, number one, I need to get better at sales today. And number two, I need to reach out to more businesses, get in front of more companies in the industry. If you just do those two things, you will make a lot of money in this space. That's literally the framework of how to succeed. You need to get good at the skill, get confident enough to actually be able to get hired by one of these business owners. So how you do that is like learning sales principles, learning, understanding like how to actually show up on these calls, what to say, things like that. And then the second thing is basically just getting in front of business owners. When you're confident, when you learn the skill and you practice it, you just need to get in front of businesses and do that until you build relationships with one of these big companies and get hired with them. That is it. That is how you win in this industry. And doing this has now made me multiple 6 figures and built my life of complete freedom. Where I can be out here right now. I'm in Brazil. I was in Argentina a couple of weeks ago. I was in Spain before with my brother. I can actually just go wherever I want, whenever I want, make money while doing so. And I don't have to go through the stress of running my own business. There's no like clients calling me. There's no like stress of having to build out like all these systems and processes and like all these things that other businesses involve, What I do is I just shop, I take my calls, I close deals, and I live my life. That's really it. So if you're a beginner right now, if you're looking to like get into making money online, or if your long-term goal is to, or if you're like in sales and your long-term goal is just like to get better at sales and like make more money doing so, or if your long-term goal is to run your own business, realize that if you just go all in on like mastering one skill set, instead of trying to like run your own business straight away, I think if you just master one skill and get good at the most fundamental skill in business, you basically guarantee your success. Because there's someone, I don't know who it is, but there's this big quote by someone that's like, if you learn how to sell, you will never ever go broke again. And that's true. If you learn how to sell specifically in this industry, the fastest growing industry right now with like online coaching and like online course selling and things like that, you'll make a shit ton of money for the rest of your life. Because this industry is growing, and if you can have the skills that's valuable to all these businesses in this space, how can you not make a lot of money doing it? So it's like the recipe for success. You learn a skill that's valuable, that's always going to be around, and you apply it in the industry where you can have the most freedom doing it, and you can get paid the most because you're selling high ticket offers doing so. Like, I don't understand it. I don't know if you're like getting what I'm telling you about at this point, but like this is literally the framework of how to win big. Like if you just take action stuff I'm telling you about right now, it can literally change your life very, very quickly. Regardless if you're trying to like run a business right now and you're struggling because it's very complex and you're in this agency or you're in this dropshipping store or you're doing a TikTok shop or trying to build your personal brand, wherever you're at right now, if you get into remote sales, it's gonna allow you to make more money and it's gonna set yourself up to achieve the long-term goals that you have in a way better way. And I can even share with you like my goals moving forward. I'm trying to build my own business and like help other people get into what I've done, with remote sales. And I'm currently helping multiple other young guys win with remote sales and make a lot of money doing so. But I would never have gone to this point where I could do this if I didn't first off focus on learning a skill, getting good at something. If I didn't do that, if I didn't actually learn the skills and actually got good at this, I would never be in a position where I can teach that to other people. And I wouldn't be able to like actually run my own business because I wouldn't have the skill sets required to be able to run a good business if I didn't know how to sell, So it all starts with sales. And also we can get into other stuff, but also like as a man, in terms of being able to like handle rejection, being more confident, being more certain as a leader. Everything just stems back to you knowing how to actually like persuade other people, human psychology and things like that. And then just applying that in the best possible industry. If you want help get into it, I have a one-on-one mentorship where I help out with giving you the skill set, understanding sales principles, practicing it with you, giving you feedback, and also helping you, most importantly, get into a good business to work for. If you want help with that, book a call down below. We'll hop on, chat, see if it's a good fit. And if you have any questions, DM me on Instagram. I reply to all DMs. And I'll see you guys very, very soon, as always, in the next video. Take care. Ciao.